Now there's a sound. Ah. 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 This. Your earphone. Your earphone. Too loud. I turned my earphone off. Ah. Ah. Okay. Okay, now it's totally gone. It was like that echo was super loud. Okay. Okay. Do whatever you want to do. Right there or ah. No, that was good.
Peace, love, and gratitude. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us through the sound testing. She's very particular. She needs perfection in all things. So now it's done. And now we get to share a little bit of the flute, the water, before we start reading. And then we go into allowing you all to read with us, as well as sharing maybe a meditation at the end. We'll see. please.
Hello, hello. We're doing good. How about you? How about you? Oh, wow, Sniggle. So good. After this, we're about to read some books, and you're welcome to type 111 on the stage if you want to read the book with us.
Peace, love, and gratitude. Mango Sifu is crying. That last one seems to touch Mango Sifu's heart. I hope that you all enjoyed that. We are listening to the wind and trees and some birds. And we're going to do some reading. Real Soul Hunter, appreciate you. Much love to you. Keep up the good work and everything that you're doing, brother. Fady Ready, how are you? Mohammed Barry, he wants to get on stage. You can read. Wind is blowing.
Hello, Fatty. Which one do you want to read?
Chapter 4? Change in about a moment? I feel like it was. Or are we...
We did chapter 3 last time.
So we're on chapter 4. I believe so. I believe we're on chapter 4.
And just start on chapter 4.
Could be wrong.
Huh?
So I could be wrong.
What?
I was just saying I could be incorrect. Okay.
Your voice is really muffled.
My voice
Yeah.
is muffled right now.
That's good. Before it was.
Maybe I wasn't that close to the mic.
See?
This is far away. This is far away. Yeah, I have to be like right on the mic.
Yeah. And also the there's a wind? Oh. The wind?
Yeah, wind and trees. Sounds like an ocean though. Too loud, eh?
You need to keep talking.
Okay, we're just checking to see if the wind is too loud. I can't hear it at all.
Yeah. Right now it's good. Right now it's good. Right now it's good.
Okay, I turned it down a little bit more. All right, so we're going to start reading. You can type 111 in the chat to read a paragraph or two and practice your English. I'm going to go. Chapter 4. The world will change in but a moment. It's time. Do you know where you can obtain really good water? Perhaps at the foot of the Swiss Alps, or maybe at the North or South Pole. It's not hard nowadays to find bottled water claiming to be the best in the world. But can good water really be purchased? Water is not simply about H2O. No matter how natural or pure the water you drink, without a pure soul, it will not taste good. Let me ask you, how clear is your soul? Are you weighed down by trouble at work? What about family problems? Is your consciousness troubled? If it is, then you may find that the water you drink tastes plain and dull. After you've enjoyed participating in a sport or other exercise, water, even just tap water, tastes delicious and refreshing. In other words, it's what's inside you that counts the most. I know it sounds like I'm saying that it's all in your mind. But what I'm actually trying to say is that when you drink water with the feeling of gratitude, the water itself is physically different than when you drink the same water with clouded feelings in your soul. Our emotions and feelings have an effect on the world moment by moment. If you send out words and images of creativity, then you will be contributing to the creation of a beautiful world. However, emitting messages of destruction, you contribute to the destruction of the universe. If you become aware of this, you will no longer be able to speak words of anger towards those around you, or blame others for your own mistakes and weaknesses. If you have the capacity to change the world within a moment, all you must do is make a simple choice. Are you going to choose a world of love and gratitude, or a tortured world filled with discontent and impoverishment? The answer will depend on your attitude at this very moment. According to the teachings of Buddhism, everything in the world is constantly changing, and nothing ever changes. Speaking from the principles of vibration, the energy of vibration must go on forever in continuous motion. Understanding that everything exists in this one moment will give hope and light to your life. You no longer need to be troubled by the past, and can know that the future can be anything that you will it to be. You, as you are, in this very moment, hold the key to everything. If you want to see how much of an impact your consciousness can have on the world, I suggest that you conduct a little experiment by playing a game we'll call cloud erasing. I want you to try to erase clouds using the power of your thoughts. On a partially clear day, look up in the sky and target just one cloud, maybe one not too large. Your thoughts are very important in playing this game, and so it's important to believe that the cloud will disappear. But you shouldn't try too hard. Focusing too hard will actually have the effect of preventing your energy from being sent out. I see, Mohammed. The wind. Okay. Well, I just brought it down one notch.
Okay. I think that's good.
Okay, we have Mohammed Baldwi. He wants to read. Are you able to bring him on stage? Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed. Good to see you here.
The wind is still too loud. It's just like the white noise is really loud.
Okay, I'm just gonna do water. The wind is good for my playing, but I'll just go back to water for the reading.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi. Wait. You can hear him. He's here.
Hi
I know. I
guys.
need to put my headphones on. Give me 1 second. I'm just putting the the water. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. All right. Peace, Muhammad. How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Good to hear you. So we are here at the top. You can read a paragraph or two, and we will wait until the end to add our constructive corrections for you, okay?
Okay. On a partially clear day, look up in the sky and target just one cloud, maybe one not too large. Your thoughts are very important in playing this game, and so it's important to believe that a cloud will disappear, but you shouldn't try too hard. Focusing too hard will be actually have the effect of preventing your energy from being sent out. When you are ready, imagine an invisible beam of energy being sent from your conscious consciousness.
Ooh, excellent.
That's right?
Yes.
Yes.
Consciousness. Towards the cloud, breaking it into pieces. See in your mind how the laser beam targets the entire cloud and not just one part. Your mind then say in the past tense, the cloud has disappeared at the same time. Say to the energy again in the past tense. Thank you for doing that. If you follow these steps, I'm sure that the cloud will start to thin out and disappear in a matter of minutes. As this shows, human consciousness can have an enormous impact on the world around us. Cloud consists of water in the gaseous. That's right?
Yeah, gaseous. That's right.
Gaseous state, and so it responds especially quickly to our world. Traditionally speaking, anyone who says that consciousness has an effect on the physical world risks certain ostracization.
That was very close. That was good. Ostracization.
Ostracization.
Ostracization. Yeah, very good. That's a tough one.
Ostracization.
Ostracization.
Ostracize, right?
Yeah,
ostracization.
So it's ostracization.
Ostracization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For being unscientific, however, science has progressed to a point where the failure to understand consciousness and the mind limits our understanding of much of the world around us. Quantum mechanics, certain psychological theories such as the follow talked about the young and the genetic engineering have all taught us that there is a world other than the one we know so well. That's it.
Excellent. Wow, you did it fantastic. And I appreciate you coming up and sharing your voice and practicing with us.
Thank you, man.
You're very welcome. And you're welcome to come back and Raise up again. She wants me to go over some of the words that she saw that you had a little trouble with, and one was preventing,
Yes.
Preventing.
and then
Preventing.
consciousness. You actually did pretty well on that one. Further ahead, and then
Yes.
gaseous.
Yes. Because.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. I'm with you. Consciousness.
Now you have that one down. Excellent.
Yes.
Gaseous. That's a tough one, the way it's spelled and looks. And then
Gaseous.
Gaseous. Yep.
It's a ch, not s.
Gaseous, right?
Gaseous.
And then ostracized.
Ostracization.
Yeah, ostracization. Ostracization, the definition is the act of excluding someone from society, friendship, conversation, privileges, typically by general and often tact consent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. But other than that, you're doing great. Doing great. Keep up the good work.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And again, you can always read later on. Just type 1-1 in the chat, and you can pick up a couple paragraphs or so.
Yes.
As we continue.
Yes. I'll be glad.
Awesome.
All right.
And so now I'm going from...
Bye.
I'm going from... Did you bring it back to where we were?
Yeah, you can read again.
Oh, no, I'll read further from where we were. Yeah, right there.
From quantum.
I think it's, yeah.
From here, just from here, yeah.
Sure. Okay. I actually have to take these off. Why I sound really loud in my headphones. I don't know why you say I sound low, but okay.
Because the wind was so loud.
Oh, it was too loud. Okay.
Let me.
Yeah, I sound very loud right now, and I'm not too close to the mic. But I will continue. Quantum mechanics, certain physiological theories such as the flow talked about by Jung, and genetic engineering all have taught us that there is a world other than the one we know so well. You can't see this other world with your eyes, and you can't touch it with your fingers. It's a world in which time itself does not exist. You can actually turn the volume down on that a little bit.
Volume down on
wherever it's coming out of.
Okay, because I need to hear it. One second.
The famous quantum theorist David Bohm has called the world available to our senses the explicit order, or explicit order, and the existence within the implicate order. He envisions that everything that exists in the explicit order has been enfolded in the implicate order, and each part of the explicit order includes all the information of the implicate order. That one's a deep one right there. This may be difficult to understand, but what he is saying is that every part of the universe contains the information of all the parts of the universe. In other words, within an individual, and even within a single cell, exists all the information of the universe. The information of the universe includes time. In other words, the fact that you exist in the here and now is included in the information of the universe, along with all present, past and future information. So the changing of the entire world in a moment isn't just a fantasy. But let's think about this for a moment. How can we interpret using physical science? David Bohm explained that an aspect of the universe within is projected into each moment in time, creating the present. And the next moment in time is also a projection of a different aspect, and so on. In other words, with each moment, a different world is being shown to us. However, one momentary world will have an impact on the next momentary world, and so it appears to us as one continuous world. Based on this theory, the world is changing every moment and being created anew. Our consciousness has a role to play in this creation of the world. If you become aware of this, I suspect that your life will never be the same. I've talked about some complicated things and may have caused some confusion. But if we reconsider crystals, it will help to answer many questions. This world is changing moment by moment, and water is the first to recognize the change. I mentioned that I made a device for measuring vibration and used it to better understand water. On the afternoon of the invasion of Iraq at the onset of the first Gulf War, I measured the vibration of the tap water in Tokyo and found an unusually sharp increase in the values of vibration produced by mercury, lead, aluminum, and other substances harmful to the human body. There seemed to be no apparent explanation for this. At first, I suspected that there was something wrong with my equipment, but repeated measurements indicated otherwise. It wasn't until the following day, when I read the newspaper, that I made the connection. News of the start of the Gulf War covered the front page. It's been said that the weight of the bombs dropped on this first day of war was equivalent to all the bombs dropped throughout the Vietnam War. In Japan, thousands of miles from the Middle East, I was able to measure the vibrations from harmful substances at almost the exact time that war broke out. You might ask, is this really possible? Of course, the harmful byproducts of the bombs in the Middle East weren't immediately transported to Japan. However, the harmful vibrations of the bombs being dropped on one side of the earth did reach the corners of the earth immediately. These vibrations spread out beyond the limits of time and space. I suspect that vibrations exist not in our three-dimensional world and not in the unseen world of a different dimension, but in a middle world. When something occurs on the earth, in no matter what world, water is the first to detect it and relay this new information to us. At this time of the Gulf War, I hadn't yet started taking photographs of crystals, but if I had taken photographs, I'm sure they would have been very interesting. Let me give you one more example in which vibrations had an immediate impact on the physical world. In this case, the power of prayer was used to purify water. At Fujiwara Dam in central Japan, we had a Shinto priest of the Shingon sect named Hoki Kato repeat an incantation. When I first met him, he showed me 2 photographs that made, she's trying so hard, that made a lasting impression. And so I wanted to see for myself what was recorded in the photographs. One of the photographs had been taken before an incantation, and the other after. The second photograph showed a remarkable difference. The water was considerably clearer. The power of the incantation had come from the spirit of words. And so it's possible that the energy from the spirit of words had purified the water in the lake. In order to verify this, I wanted to take photographs of crystals formed from water before and after such an incantation. The priest stood on the edge of the lake and performed the incantation for about an hour, all of which I videotaped. After the incantation, the priest and I conversed. Within 15 minutes, my crew called me over. This is incredible. Within 15 minutes, the water is getting clearer right in front of our eyes, someone said, and it was absolutely true. You could clearly see the water was becoming more and more transparent as we looked at it. We were even able to make out the foliage at the bottom of the lake, which had been hidden by the cloudy water. We next took photographs of crystals. The crystals made with water from before the incantation were distorted and looked like the face of someone in great pain. But the crystals from water taken after the incantation were complete and grand. Within one hexagonal shape, there was a smaller hexagonal shape, all enclosed by a halo-like pattern of light. Of course, it did take some time after the incantation for the water to become clear, indicating that changes in substances that can be seen with the naked eye are somewhat gradual. But there is no doubt that the vibrations of prayer are relayed to nearby objects in an immediate way, affecting the nearby water. This was a physical phenomenon that can't be explained unless we accept that another world exists within the one we call our own. But the story didn't end there. A few days after this experiment, an incident was reported in the press. The body of a woman was found in the lake. And when I heard about this, I remembered the crystals created from the water before the prayer, and remembered how the crystals had looked like a face in agony. Perhaps through the crystals, the spirit of this woman was trying to tell us something. I would like to think that her suffering was alleviated in part by the incantation. There is another world in addition to the one that we live in. When looking at our world from that world, we can see things that we cannot see now. Dr. Rupert Sheldrake of England is a researcher who focuses on furthering the understanding of a new world view in association with this world that we cannot see. After receiving a doctorate in biochemistry from Cambridge University, he served as a lecturer in biochemistry and biology at Cambridge, while also serving as a Fellow of the Royal Society. Dr. Sheldrake's theory is outlined in a book that he wrote more than 20 years ago. But the scientific journal Nature dismissed the book by saying it should be burned. Despite this rejection, his theory reached the hearts of many, and research into his theory continues. What was it that the hearts of many and research, I'm sorry,
What is it that drew so much attention?
what was it that drew so much attention? It's often said that if something happens twice, it will happen again. Perhaps if you found it strange that accidents and crimes tend to happen in series, looking at history and social trends, you can see that over long periods of time, events do generally repeat themselves. How can we explain this strange repetition of events? Dr. Sheldrake attempted to use scientific means to find an answer. Scientists normally approach objects that they can't see with their eyes by using reductionism to isolate a physical phenomenon. However, Dr. Sheldrake took an entirely different approach. According to his theory, when the same thing repeats itself, a morphic field is formed, and resonance with this morphic field increases the likelihood that the event will happen again. A morphic field is not energy-based information, but more like a blueprint for building a house. We can see this as an example of resonance theory. Dr. Sheldrake has proposed that events are also capable of resonating in the same way that sound resonates. He refers to the location where such events take place as the morphic field, and the phenomenon of repeated similar events as morphic resonance. Although his theory was quickly dismissed by nature, the announcement of his theory was taken seriously by the more open-minded, resulting in serious discussions. There is no doubt that Dr. Sheldrake has departed from the existing paths laid out by science, but you have to admit that this theory goes a long way toward explaining mysteries that traditional science has been unable to deal with. During typical discussions of such mysteries, the talk often turns to glycerin crystals. For the first 40 or so years after glycerin was discovered, it was generally accepted that it didn't form crystals. Then, one day at the beginning of the 19th century, a drum of glycerin en route from Vienna to London suddenly started to crystallize. A short time later, in a completely different location, another batch of glycerin also crystallized. This crystallization began to spread, and now it is generally accepted that glycerin forms crystals when temperatures drop below 17 degrees Celsius or 63 degrees Fahrenheit. So what should we make of this? When the crystals formed, for whatever reason, a morphic field was created, and eventually all glycerins in compliance with the morphic field started to form crystals. This type of phenomenon has occurred in many other substances as well. Despite all the randomness in the world, once a substance begins to form crystals, then it often becomes common for it to form crystals thereafter. Not too many years ago, a television station in England decided to conduct a public experiment to see if they could test the validity of Dr. Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance. They first prepared 2 paintings. Both looked like random patterns, but within one was hidden the figure of a woman wearing a hat. and within the other with a man with a mustache. The figures were designed such that it was impossible to see them. The experiment took place in 3 steps. First, before the live program, a group of participants were asked to identify what they saw in the paintings. Second, during the program, the secret of the painting of the man with the mustache was revealed. Third, after the program, another group of participants who weren't allowed to watch the program were likewise asked to identify the paintings. What do you think the results were? The second group did a far better job than the first in identifying the man with the mustache. The experimenters did their best to account for all possible factors, such as removing the data from viewers in countries other than England and Ireland. But the results still showed that the second did 3 times better than the first. The experiment tells us that when someone becomes aware of something, other people also tend to become aware. It was the effect of the morphic field that led to the remarkable increase in correct responses. According to Dr. Sheldrake's, DNA isn't the only reason that people in the same family share similar features. Morphic resonance also plays a part. Dr. Sheldrake's theory also helps us to understand so-called coincidences, referred to as synchronicity, and the phenomena of group consciousness, collective memory, and archetypal patterns. The important thing about Dr. Sheldrake's theory is that once a morphic resonance has spread, it extends to all space and all time. In other words, if a morphic field is formed, it will have an instantaneous impact on all other locations, resulting in an instantaneous worldwide change. When I first heard about Dr. Sheldrake's theory, I couldn't contain my interest, because my research into water crystals was nothing less than an attempt to express the resonance of the morphic field in a way that can be seen with the naked eye. When I first attempted to take photographs of crystals, I had no success at all for the first 2 months. But once I was able to capture the first photograph, other researchers also started to succeed. Perhaps this is also a result of morphic resonance. I first learned about Dr. Sheldrake's work from a best-selling book in Japan called Why Does That Occur? By Iechi Hojiro. I'm sorry, it's a little far. But I became truly interested when I saw Sheldrake in a televised documentary called Six Scientists of Interest. 4 years later, as luck would have it, I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Sheldrake during a lecture tour of Europe. A friend who attended the seminar happened to know Sheldrake's wife, and so I found myself invited to their home in London. I was pleased to learn that he already knew about my research into water crystals. He said, "At least once every week I get a letter from someone telling me about you." I had many questions for Dr. Sheldrake, but he was also extremely interested in my work, and as it turned out, he had as many or more questions for me. He also shared with me the following. I have conduct. Oh yeah. Right, stop. Oh, okay. I have conducted research into living organisms and their behavior, but not water, and so I'm not that familiar with water. However, it's likely that in the future there will be connections between my research and your research into water crystals. The area that I'm most interested in is the effect that observation has on the observed. There are people who know when someone is looking at them from behind. I want to do research to try and express this in a statistical way. There's a risk that the documentation on this research will be subjective, so I'm wondering if we can't use water in the experiment. I'm going to try to take photographs of crystals and see how water changes under various conditions, such as when the water is ignored and when it is observed by people with special talents, normal people, and then extremely evil people. This sounded remarkably similar to the experiments in which the rice in the ignored bottle rotted faster than the rice in the bottles exposed to thank you and you fool. When I told him about this experiment, he became even more interested, and he suggested that I tested the effect of just looking at water. It would be easier to get results than using rice, which involves the complicated growth process of microbes. Dr. Sheldrake currently has a strong interest in the phenomenon of telepathy. He conducted an experiment to find out if dogs showed a response when their masters started to head home. Using video equipment to make observation, he has been able to verify this phenomenon in more than 200 cases. I would like to pass on to you a message that I received from Dr. Sheldrake. Our lives are made possible by the movement of an unseen energy. Therefore, I would hope that we'll always be aware of this and pay attention to those around us and the things going on around us. This is something that is very important. This is because the act of looking at something has an effect on it. Everyone seems to be aware of this, but we don't put it into practice. In the home, parents need to pay attention to their children. It's the same thing. Focusing your attention on anything serves as an expression of love. Dr. Sheldrake is on the leading edge of this study of the impact of consciousness on objects, and so his words come with special significance. If we combine the lessons that water teaches us with the theories proposed by Dr. Sheldrake, we go a long way toward unlocking the many mysteries of our world. Each one of us has a magical ability to change the world. We have all been granted the power of creation by God. If we use this power to the maximum, we will be able to change the world in but a moment. For people who see no end to their worries and suffering, this perspective should come as considerable comfort. You, yes, you, have the ability to change the world. Everything in the world is linked. Whether you are doing now is being done by someone else at the same time. Whatever you are doing now is being done by someone else at the same time. So what type of morphic field should we be interested in creating? Are we creating fields of pain and viciousness? Or are we creating a world filled with love and gratitude? Whenever you sit in front of water and send out messages of love and gratitude, somewhere in the world, someone is being filled with love and gratitude. You don't need to go anywhere. The water right in front of you is linked to all the water in the world. The water right in front of you is linked to all the water in the world. The water you're looking at will resonate with water everywhere, and your message of love will reach the souls of all the people of the world. I had to say that twice. We can cover the world in love and gratitude. This will become a glorious morphic field that will change the world. It's not about time and space. Now, here, wonderful and marvelous things are possible. Note: the following color photographs on pages 101 to 132 are referred to in Chapter 5, page 133. Water shown a photograph of natural scenery. We placed a jar of water on photographs of beautiful scenery, then photographed the crystals that formed. We see here how water responded to the photographs. This one was placed on the sun. Wow. The crystal resulting from exposure to the photograph of the sun is large and beautiful, not unlike the sun itself. Barry. Mount Fuji. The symbolic mountain of Japan. Perhaps incidentally, the crystal looks as though it was being enveloped by the first rays of morning. Rocky Mountain. The tips of the Rocky Mountain, the backbone of North America, are covered in glaciers. The crystal also looks like it's encased in snow.
Where's Rocky Mountain?
Colorado, I believe. Victoria Falls, an enormous waterfall in Zimbabwe. As if to represent the plunging water, the crystal is formed of broad columns. Is that the one above it? It's above it, right?
About
Go back to that one.
crystal is formed.
What's that one there?
Huh?
Oh, it's below it. What's the top one? Is that the sun crystal or?
That one is the sun.
So then that one
That one
is
is Fuji.
Fuji, and then this one,
So this one is
Rocky Mountains.
Alright. So this one is column.
Hmm.
The Victoria Falls.
Nice.
So this one is the waterfall.
Oh, the Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stonehenge. The giant stone structure in England is built on a site of high energy, and the crystal also appears full of energy. And those three crystals are from Coral Reef. All three of the crystals are unique, but formed of smaller, detailed crystals. Their form and color does seem somewhat similar to beautiful and life-filled corals of the ocean. Go back to that one, please. Yeah, that does seem like a coralish. Okay. And then this one here is, wow, African savanna. Go back up to it, please.
Read it first.
The crystals seem to represent the finite and nurturing foliage of the savanna. Rainforest, Southeast Asia. The rainforest overflowing with life protects an ecological system dating back millions of years. The crystals appear to be formed by a steady and infinite balance. Go up a little bit. Small yet beautiful like a diamond, the crystal reminds us of the glory of the Inca Empire. Machu Picchu, Peru. A pool in Yellowstone. This is a beautiful clear blue pool in Yellowstone National Park. The crystal is indicative of the stunning color of a fine jewel. Heiate Shrine. The oldest in Japan, the Heiate Shrine was mostly unknown until a few years ago when this area was identified as the location of mythological stone gates. The crystals look like two gates being opened. Water exposed to music of the world. The music from the various cultures of the world has similarly various rhythms and melodies. Water captures these characteristics and reveals them to us through crystals. Tibetan Buddhist chant. The detailed interlocking crystals indicate strength, somewhat like the temples of Tibet. The detailed interlocking crystals, this is a Korean folk song called
Ariran.
Okay.
This song is about two lovers are being separated by the river that cannot cross.
Yes. Kajak, music of Bali. To go back to the Ariran is about sad lovers being separated by the river that they cannot cross. Okay, this crystal seems to indicate a broken heart. Kajak produced a detailed crystal, making us see why music can heal the soul. Wow, that is a stunning crystal. I want to listen to that song. Write it down. Jet. I don't know if we could play it now, but maybe we'll play it after. Jack of Bali. J-E-K.
K-E-T.
K-E-T. J-A-K. Brazilian music. Both crystals are in the shape of stars. They seem to be telling us that moving your body and singing in a loud voice serves to strengthen your immune system.
Thank you for following, baby.
Argentine tango. Both crystals formed unique pair crystals indicating a dance couple. It's fun to just look at them. You're good. You could use your pen too. How about your pen? How about your Apple pen?
No, I'm good.
Pineapple pen. Okay, well go ahead and scroll. Gospel music. Wow. The form seems to represent the the desires of people to resonate with God. Music from around the world has the capacity to heal.
The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here. I feel it in the atmosphere. The presence of the Lord is here. Oh, the presence of the Lord is here.
Okay. Preach. The form, okay, we already said that one. Polka from Czechoslovakia. Wow, that's a beautiful one as well. Beer keg polka from Austria. Czechoslovakia and Austria, although distant from each other, form similar looking crystals. Yodeling from Austria. Tyolian lullaby from Austria. These crystals are also unique. The top crystal reminds one of the mouth yodeling, while in the center of the lower crystal we can see what appears to be a child. Yodel. Yeah, the who part, right? The child one, I don't know, do you see it? Zoomed in. I don't know if I see the child as clear. Is it? I guess I kind of do. The face, the eyes, and then the mouth. Okay, I do see it now. Yeah. Tap water of the world. Due to treatment methods, it's difficult to form crystals using tap water from almost anywhere in the world. Perhaps it's time that we cooperate and learn from each other how to better care for our water. This is tap water in Paris. This is tap water in London. This is tap water in Tokyo. Water crystals fail to form, a result of using substances that harm the natural life-giving force of nature. This is tap water in Rome. This is tap water in Venice. I believe this is Switzerland. No, tap water in
Venice.
In Switzerland. Yep, Bern, Switzerland. Even in Venice, the city of water, crystals fail to form in the tap water. Crystals just barely formed from the water of Bern in Switzerland. Washington, D.C., tap water. In New York, tap water. Surprisingly, the water from some large cities in the United States formed beautiful crystals. This may be the result of efforts to protect water, such as the use of cedar tanks in Manhattan. Tap water in Vancouver. And tap water in Sydney. Wow. The water from Vancouver produced relatively complete crystals, perhaps because of the bountiful supply of water in the Rocky Mountains. The water from Sydney resulted in surprisingly deformed crystals. Rocky Mountains go up.
Oh,
It's a path.
really?
Yeah, Google it over there.
All right.
So you can see it on a map. Tap water in Bangkok, Thailand. Tap water in Hong Kong, China.
It's in Colorado.
And tap water in Macau. You can watch the whole...
Rocky Mountain National Park. Let's just go there.
It seems that the water of Asia...
Good. Looks so good.
Yeah. It seems that the water of Asia is at least as bad as that of many cities in Europe and America. Buenos Aires. Manaus.
The water looks like we can swim in it.
Of course. These crystals from 2 cities in South America, Manaus is located on the banks of the bountiful Amazon River in Brazil. Beautiful crystals came from the water of Buenos Aires. The beautiful glory of natural water, well-formed and jewel-like crystals, were formed from natural water from glaciers, springs, and rivers. Spring water from Sagio, Hiroshima. The detailed crystal looks like a beautiful ornament made of silver. Some of the best tasting water in sake in Japan comes from Sagio.
Sagio.
Sagio. Sambuichi Yusu, spring water from the Kitakomagun, Yaminashi Prefecture. Wow, that looks beautiful. The crystals seem to shine like the sun. Melted snow runs off Yasugatake peaks and seeps into the ground to emerge as spring water. This is an expression of the true beauty of nature. Spring water from...
I don't know.
Chuzenji Lake. Spring water from Chuzenji Lake treated with chlorine. Broken crystals after the chlorine. The top crystal was made using spring water at a hotel on the banks of Chuzenji Lake. Chlorinating the water at the instructions of the local government resulted in a marked change as shown in the bottom crystal. They didn't even need to chlorinate it. Look at it, it was beautiful. And now it's destroyed. Lord Spring Water. Fontana de Trevi. The water of Lord Spring in France appears similar to the crystals formed from water shown the word angel. The crystals from the Fontana de Trevi in Italy is unique and appears similar to the gold coins that people throw in the fountain. Tasmanian spring water. New Zealand groundwater. Wow, New Zealand water looks amazing.
Looks so good.
Spring water from a diamond-rich area in Tasmania produce crystals that look like little diamonds. The groundwater of New Zealand also created beautiful crystals.
South Pole.
South Pole crystals. Columbia Glacier, Canada. At the South Pole, snow from thousands of years has become hardened, resulting in sturdy-looking crystals at the top. The water for both crystals was made from snow on the surface, and so it did include a small amount of modern-day pollution. Tenderfoot Lake, Wisconsin. A lake near Mount Myeohang, North Korea. That's a beautiful one. I gathered the water from Tenderfoot Lake at the bottom of a ravine. The water from North Korea was the first I received from that country, and the result was a beautiful and fanciful crystal. Lake Brenz and Lake Maggiore. These crystals are from water that I gathered myself in Switzerland. It's not surprising that the crystals came from Switzerland, the water capital of Europe. It's funny, that's why when I visited Switzerland, the nature, the people, the water, I was like, this is where I want to be. It just felt like it was what it's supposed to be like in the places where I grew up, you know, the city, and it was just really hard to describe how amazing it was. It's quite a moment in my life. I'm looking forward to returning.
Alright, we just finished it. Next time
Crystals.
Next time we're gonna read chapter 5. Next time we're gonna read from chapter 5.
A smile that fills the world. Yes, it's just so important to really take the time and the energy to change the way that we think and the way that we speak towards ourselves and then towards each other. And then what we drink in terms of water is so crucial. And the type of water, not just bottled water, tap water, or filtered water that's reverse osmosis. This creates dead water. But to have electrolysis, electrolytically reduced water, ionized, alkalized water that you're producing and consuming and cooking with and washing with, it's crucial. It's so important that we have to take the time to prioritize it in our lives instead of prioritizing, physical accessories, things that are on the outside of our body, cars that we travel in, clothes, jewelry. People spend thousands of dollars on a diamond for showing off, but yet they are hesitant or unwilling to spend the thousands of dollars on a machine that creates diamond-like water, purified, restructured, living water. I mean, it just seems just absolutely insane. Processed water, stagnant, dead water. Thank you, Pineapple Baby.
No problem.
Processed water means that a company has performed a series of chemical operations on the water in order to change or preserve it. Okay. Now, if you are using reverse osmosis or distilled water, it's creating dead water. It's no longer living, doesn't have an electrical charge to it. Okay. When you're using bottled water from these companies that we see here, they are using dead water. It's positively charged. Even Essentia, if you look at it, I know they have I think it's a claim to come from Switzerland or something like that. But the water itself, if you test it, it is not negatively charged. It's positively charged. Okay. So the alkaline water scam that has been going on is the situation where they are chemically changing the water. They are alkalying, okay? They are alkalying it. So they are adding soda, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, okay? If you look right here, I can't zoom in for you, but should be able to zoom in for yourself, okay? The ingredients are purified water by reverse osmosis, which creates dead, non-living, non-electrically charged water, okay? And then sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. The potassium phosphate, and then magnesium sulfate and calcium chloride, okay? They're saying electrolytes for taste, but if you test the water, which we're going to test for everyone here, using a ORP meter, which is a oxidation reduction potential meter, to see if the water is negatively charged or positively charged. And negatively charged is a free radical protection system. It is what you would naturally find in rivers and lakes in nature that are not polluted. And positively charged is what you would find in, polluted areas or sodas, etc. So we'll be able to test that and show okay? Because it's oxidizing if it's positively charged. And it is antioxidant, so it's a good for health, longevity. And these products are positive. These waters that they bottle and they sell to you for really an ever increasing price are just not quality good for you. And a lot of it is just tap water, essentially. And it also includes the microplastics, okay? Because water is like a magnet and it absorbs what it is in and around. And so these plastics absorb as it sits in these bottles in the sun, heating up the plastics and then further absorbing the plastics into them. That's the ORP meter. Ours is black, but we have an ORP meter with a platinum electrode at the tip of it to test that electricity, millivolts. Okay, and then we have on the scale, okay, you have the Kangen water at the negative 400 range, and then the same as, well, even more antioxidizing than cod liver oil, green tea, or vitamin C. And then on the positive scale, you have these bottled waters and these sport drinks and sodas that are highly, highly oxidizing. When it comes to even the pH side of it too, the sodas are acidic to the level of like a 2.3, 2.5. It's like you're drinking straight up acid. And over time, this wreaks havoc on our body. Okay. So, we have been blessed to have access to the Kangen water machine that you actually see here on your screen. And that machine produces water that is alkalized, ionized, and it is restructured, reduced, living water. Okay. The machine, the green machine, with 7 settings, okay, ultimate healthcare product for eco-friendly technology designed to be common household appliance this decade. So we know that they've said that the water wars are the next thing that's coming. When it was wars for oil previously, and now it's going to be wars for water. And in order to better place yourself in control of your life and your well-being, you would want then to have this machine to create the water that is best for you. Because if we're relying on, I want to say governmental agencies, we're relying on large companies to take care of us and do what's best for us, the law of business and commerce in the way it is and has been is that they're going to do what's best for them. That's for companies, and for the government, that tends to be an issue of doing the least that they have to do. Okay, because the government is supposed to be for us, represented for us and by us, but there's a disconnect there. So instead of giving us the best quality water, they give us chlorinated, fluoride water. A lot of that has to do with the companies that are in connection with these governmental agencies. So the companies use their power and influence of money that they get from us, from buying their things, to then pay off the people to make it so they're able to put their chemicals that they would have to discard into the water supply. And instead of just putting them into the water supply, they're actually selling it to those governmental agencies to buy it to put in the water supply. I mean, it's mind-blowing. So we're paying them for access to an inferior water, acidic, non-living, dead water that has been added with baking soda, fluoride, etc. And then they take the excess money that they get from selling us that to then take that and pay off the government agencies to then have them use their scientists that are, basically also paid with that money to endorse putting these certain chemicals back into that water. So in order to break that vicious cycle, we have to take care of ourselves and to produce our own living, restructured water. And having access to this machine is doing that. It's the same thing for when, instead of you buying fast food and food that is used in, unclean cooking oils, etc., you have to buy your own groceries, right? And cook your own food. Otherwise, you're putting your life in the hands of other people. And they want business more so than it is to do what's best for you, right? Only we have the intention to do what's best for ourselves. So this machine produces strong alkaline water, okay? That is 11.0 pH water at the same time of producing the 2.5 strong acidic water, which is a hypochlorous acid. Okay, but I know it's a larger word, but it's essentially salt mixed with the water and electrolyzing it, causing it to have a lower pH that's split. So you have the high alkaline water and the very low acidic water. That acidic water is used as a cleaner, okay? That is used as a detoxifier, that you can use it for mouthwash. You can use it for cleaning fruits that you see in vegetables to make sure that you don't have any, deadly bacteria or virus strains on them. You can use it for basically those. Then also, excuse me 1 second. The 11.0, you can use that one for breaking down the oil-based pesticides off of your fruits and vegetables. These oil-based pesticides, when you try to wash them with tap water, they do not remove. But the 11.0 is an oil emulsifier. So that really breaks down these oil-based pesticides when you soak it in it, and it allows you to wash them off of your fruits and vegetables. Over time, all of these oil-based pesticides add up and they build up in our body, and then that is what contributes to having these issues and ailments throughout our body. So we take into our own hands cleaning our fruits and vegetables of those toxic ingredients. Then we replace the toxic chemicals from the same companies that used to produce weapons of war and destruction, okay, toxic materials for bombs and for chemical sprays, etc. When the wars that they were in ended, instead of taking that production and then ceasing it completely and then turning it into something completely better, they used it for cleaning chemicals. So it's now bleaches and all these different sprays and all these different, toxic things for you to think that it's cleaning when it is toxifying the body, because you're breathing it in, you're touching it, it's becoming inside of you. So we take that into our own hands to then use these cleaning products that are from the water itself, okay? I think Sheraton Hotels now uses 2.5 water for cleaning their rooms throughout their entire company. So all the hotel chains use 2.5 water instead of 2.5 acidic water instead of toxic cleaning chemicals. And that saves money, and that saves yourself as well. This machine also produces the 9.5, 9, and the 8.5 water that we use for drinking. We use it for detoxification. We use it for food preparation. You can use the 8.5 for teas, the 9 for soups, and the 9.5 for drinking. You also can use the 7.0, which is for medicine taking, baby food as well. And then you can use the 6.0 to 4 pH, and that is for facial wash, hair wash. That is for pet and plant care. We use it for watering our plants. We use it for washing our face. We use it for just that whole cleanly side of things. You can use it for a glass cleaner as well. Okay, and there's actually a whole list that will show of all the different uses that you can use the machine for. I think that's really great for you to see and for you to understand the benefits and how much money you save from not purchasing these other products anymore. You're the creator of those products. So instead of buying these different sprays that have these fragrances in them that are toxic, they have a whole bunch of other added chemicals in them for shelf life, for propellant, to make it so it sprays out of the can, you know, to keep it from clumping and to keep it from spoiling. They add all these other things to it. Whereas you can own the machine, and then you can purchase essential oils, or even better, create your own essential oils, right? If you have the opportunity to do that from fruits and from different substances like citrus and peels. And then you can add that mix that with the water for the cleaning purpose of the floors, for your dishes, your countertops. You can use it for cleaning your clothes. You can use 11.0 and 2.5. So 11.0 is for the oil emulsifier, getting the stains out, and then the 2.5 is for the sanitizing, cleaning the clothes, like a bleach, but it doesn't stain them. And then you're adding in the essential oils for the smell. So now you have clean clothes, you removed oils, and it smells good, and you created it from this machine. You didn't go to the grocery store or the big chain stores and buy a big bottle of this thick liquid goop that looks dark blue, and you're like, how did it get that color? You know, it's dark green, and it has all these different colors to it, and if you were to touch it, it burns the hand, and it causes rashes and all these other issues on our skin. We use it on our clothes, and then our clothes wash with the water, and then we're now putting the clothes on our body. Now we're creating our own. That is taking your life into your own hands and doing what's best for you. Freeing ourselves from other companies that want our money and only change when they are pressured to do so. And they get kind of put in a corner of having to do so. And who's auditing them? Who's really making sure that they're doing what they should be doing? And how long are they doing what they should be doing, or they say they're doing, or that they prove they're doing? So to go over Enagic, the company itself, they are 50 years privately owned. Okay, this is 45 years here, but this is an older slide. They are a completely debt-free company from Japan. They are the OEM, Original Equipment Manufacturer. They have 40 offices in 20 plus countries. Okay, 17% increase in sales in 2020. So they are doing well, which is showing that people are adopting, buying, and using this machine. And just to understand the importance of that, when you have other companies that pop up and they've only been in business for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you don't know the track record. You don't know how they're going to perform on issues that the machines have, on maintenance, on fixing them, right? You don't know, right? You don't know. Hold on 1 second. You don't know whether or not they'll be in business for you to be able to have support from them. This machine comes with a 5-year warranty. 5-year warranty and a 30-year lifespan. Okay, expected lifespan for 30 years, and it's a 5-year warranty. So you have a peace of mind for well over the 5 years because it has a 30-year lifespan, and you have a support system for the products that you need for care and maintenance, or for any issue that is going to be there for you. Okay. In addition to that, there's less than 1.5% market awareness. Okay, that means that most people are unaware of the value and the quality of living, restructured, reduced water. We went over that in the book that we just read. That is the value. Okay, it is producing living, restructured, ionized, alkalized, not chemically, okay, but electrolytically reduced water. That is a massive difference than the chemically. Baking soda versus the real thing. Platinum coated titanium, medically grade plates. Okay, this is a medical grade piece of equipment. The Osaka factory, okay? It goes by the ISO manufacturing standards and the water ionizer gold standards. They are water technology leaders. The Enagic certifications, okay? They have the certifications, the ISO 9001, the 14001, the 13485 for quality, environmental, and management, and approved as a medical device. And they have connections with Boeing, Rolex, and Rolls-Royce. The Water Quality Association Gold Seal for production quality, and proud member with the Direct Selling Association. Now that means that for the direct selling, they don't do any advertising on commercials and on magazines. Okay? You're going to get the advertising is done by the people who have purchased and have decided that they want to spread this information. They want to share what they have come across. We are one of those. We have purchased and use this machine every day. And so with that, we are super grateful and full of love to be able to share this. I've shared it with friends and family. We share with friends and family, and to go beyond that, we're sharing it with you, distant friends and family. And with that, we would earn based on you deciding to move forward and to purchase your machine. And that is where the marketing money goes instead of to these marketing schemes. Okay? Instead of these commercials and these different advertising, it goes to those who share it. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay, we can go to the next slide, please.
Which one?
Just keep going. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, cost of water. We'll go to cost of water. Okay. So now this is very important, okay? The cost of drinking water. You are thinking, wow, the cost of the machine is $4,980, and that's a lot of money. In the mindset of what you would think one bottle is, okay? But when we look at the cost of a reoccurring water purchase, it becomes super clear. It's like making a prayer over the water that we said earlier in the book. When you are looking at that, it becomes very obvious what the best choice is. The price per gallon is less than a penny, 0.002 cents. The annual water cost is $1.46. The 15-year total cost would be $7,266. Okay, and this is a bit older, so the price of bottled waters have gone up. We've checked right now in the Amazon price of a 12-pack of a 33-ounce Water Essentia, acidic, okay, positive ORP, okay, positively charged, and a sodium added water, sodium bicarbonate, baking soda added water, is on here saying $18.96, but again, it is $23 right now. The price per gallon is $5.99, okay, but that's actually more. And then the annual water cost is over $2,183, and it's more than that now, okay? So if the price was up basically $5, that's almost a third more, but let's even say like a quarter more. Quarter of the 2,000, that's like around almost like 2,700. But the 15-year water cost, if you said I'm going to buy this water and that's what I'm going to use for drinking and for cooking and for cleaning, is $32,745. Okay? The Dasani 24-pack is $5.99, and I don't like Dasani. I don't even know anyone who's ever said they like Dasani. $1.89, and it's more than that now. Again, this is older. $1,379. $20,695 if you're getting this lower quality plastic, microplastic, non-ionized, non-electrolytically reduced water. Fiji water, 24 pack, $6.99. Same situation. They are positively charged. They are adding sodium bicarbonate to it, and it is filled with microplastics. It's not the ideal water solution. It sits in warehouses and in the sun and on trucks. $8.82 of a price per gallon. $6,438 is what you're annually spending on water. You could get a glass bottle, get your machine, and have good, living, ionized, restructured water every day, all day. $96,000, $579. $96,000 is what you're spending over 15 years, and that's more. It's well over $100,000 now. It's well over $100,000 because of the price going up. Okay, Avion water, 6-pack for $5.99, $7.49. Okay, and again, that's up. Annual water cost $5,467. 15 yearly water cost $82,015. Again, that's up. So you're spending $100,000 over 15 years rather than having your own water machine for $5,000. I mean, how could you look at it and say that's expensive, and then go right back to buying these expensive water bottles over the next 15 years? When you have an opportunity, an option to take it into your own hands and to lower your cost and to increase your quality. And then you think, well, I don't have the $5,000 right now. There are ways for you to be able to obtain this without having to put the entire $5,000 down right now. You can pay in full, debit, cash, credit, check. You can use financing, third party. You get no APR for 12 to 20 months, depending on your credit score. All right, 650 is the typical ideal. It is a global company that you're able to purchase it anywhere you are in the world. Okay. Also, you can do a down payment depending on the zip code where the tax is per state, anywhere from $900 to $1,300 down. And in 45 days from the down payment, your monthly payments would start at $150 to $180 per month, no interest. And it can be lower depending on what model you end up getting. If you get the junior model, coming in at $3,000, you have the opportunity of having a lower payment. Okay. And again, when you look at what you're saving from water cost is going to equal what you're spending on the monthly payment. And then when you add in all the other things that you're able to replace with this machine, it balances out for you. We can do the math together. That's what we're here for. We can take our time and do the math. The Levelux K8 is the flagship model, most popular choice for its delivery of 30% more antioxidants. Okay, if your health is a priority and you want the best results for your body, this is what you want. Okay, touchscreen technology, user-friendly, easy to maintain. Water properties last up to 3 days. Okay, now this machine here, not this one, the one below it, Mariah Carey has. Okay, she has it. She takes it on her tour bus. The SD501, having one less electrolysis plate than the K8. This is also a great choice to get started with Kangen water. It has 30% less antioxidants delivery. Okay, and the water's properties last up to 2 days. Okay, but this also comes in a platinum style for those who prefer that type of aesthetic. Okay, the SD501 Super is the machine for heavy-duty home or small business use. This is a highly prized among growers, farmers, and restaurants and schools or any other industrial purposes where the usage will be heavy. Okay, it generates 2 gallons of water a minute. Wow, that's a lot. The Anespa, okay, and this is the shower machine, turned bathing time into a mineral-rich Japanese hot spring experience. It's lined with special mineral stones from Japan and equipped with a double-layered filter. You will have a peace of mind knowing you are eliminating chlorine and other contaminants and giving your hair and skin a beautifying mineral ion silky treatment. So this is really leveling up your own life. When we're younger, when we're children, we think about wanting breast milk. And then as babies, then we get to be children, we want food. And then when we are a little bit older, we want candy and sweets, right? And then when we get older, we want greasy, fatty foods, right? And then when we get a little bit older, we want our health. And so we start eating greens, salads, beans, potatoes. We start eating fruits and veggies again and trying to go back to what it was that we were eating when we were a baby, a child. And then as we get older, we start to change our lifestyles. And so what we have here is taking it into our own hands of deciding to get good quality water. Okay? We're going back to the basis. That is what we're doing. We're changing our minds, and therefore we change our lives. Financing is available as low as $60 per month. Okay. Junior model. So it really comes down to getting over our fears. Okay. Things that are of high value. Okay. And of actual proven scientific validated claims, okay, are worth spending the money on. And so we have to get over our fears and get in touch with the people who can answer questions. That's myself, Pineapple Baby. And the questions that we cannot answer, we will get the answers for you or point you in the direction of where to get the answers. Okay? Connect you with the person who has the answer. And we can walk with you through the process for you to obtain your own machine and to begin your journey changing your life. Okay? Change your water, you change your life. And so the first step is changing your mind, thinking that I don't deserve this, or thinking that I can't afford this, or thinking that I don't believe this, okay? Because whatever it is that you're thinking you don't believe, okay, we are able to connect you with the answers to be able to prove to you. One thing I've learned when I was throughout my journey of life and younger is that I never was afraid of talking with people about a potential opportunity, because I knew that I had the power to be able to make the choice that I believed in, and that I could do the research on what was presented to be able to make sure that it is true of what one is presenting. This is the age of the internet. You can research all of these claims, and it's at your fingertip. It's way easier than what it was when I was younger. But the fact of the matter is, again, you can verify these things that we're saying. And with that, then you get to make the best choice. Okay? We talked about the reality of the quality of the water. We went over the book, The Hidden Messages in Water with Masaru Emoto, and that is scientific fact right there. Okay? And then we went over the realities of the dead water, realities of the stagnant water, realities of the chemically altered water with sodium bicarbonate, the chlorine in the water that's added, okay? And we went over the fact of the ionization, the ORP, okay? All of these things you can look up and we can research and we can answer any questions and you can see it for yourself. So with being able to see things for yourself, research it, okay, and get the answers, then you can make the best decision. We went over the fact that you're saving money in comparison to buying bottled water. We went over the fact of the the quality of the tap water is not good enough. It's mixed in with all these different chemicals and runoffs and pollutants, lead, chlorine, fluoride, etc. Okay? So if we know that we don't want to drink tap water, we know that the process of filtering it with these less expensive, inferior filters based on what they are able to filter and do, factually speaking, they cannot electrolyze and alkalize and ionize and restructure the water. So we know that that's just not what we would want to be using for our constant drinking water. It's cheaper, but we don't want that. Okay? Let's actually take a second, and in your mind right now, based off of what we went over, all right? Let's just say that in your mind right now, we truly accept the truth that we are multi-millionaires. Okay? Multi-millionaires. Truly. Let's just take a second. I'm going to give it like 7 seconds. Okay? Take a breath and accept that we, you, I, Pineapple Baby, we are multi-millionaires. Okay. Now, when we accept the fact that we as multimillionaires have access to this information and we now want to make a decision of whether or not we are going to obtain this machine, would you, me, Pineapple Baby, decide to obtain this machine with the information that we know at this state of being a multimillionaire? I know what my answer would be. Yes. Absolutely. When is it going to be delivered? Right? And so if that is how we feel, then the most intelligent, wise decision would be to move forward in doing what is necessary to figuring out how you can obtain this machine. From that, it already starts a change in your mind of what is possible. Okay, financing. Okay, down payment. Okay, how much am I spending per month on water? Start to do a whole... We don't have to rush it. You can do a process of figuring out how much you're spending on water and these products that you can replace with the machine per month. And from that, you then can say, wow, I'm spending over $150 on products and water that I can now replace with this machine. Okay, I'm capable of affording this machine, and now I have to just figure out the aspect of the down payment. I mean, these are the things that will lead to the realization of that. Now, when you have a change in your mind that does that, you can apply that same change in your mind after you get your machine into the other areas of your life. It's a restructuring, a reorganizing of your life that can manifest, help you manifest your higher self, your higher vision, your higher thoughts, your higher ideas, a higher life. And that is a process. It's a step-by-step process. So the first step would be to reach out to us so we can provide you answers to your questions. And you have our information. You can reach out to me directly message. You can reach out to Pineapple Baby directly message. And from that, she's sending the Calendly link where we can book a consultation. And these ones don't cost anything for these consultations?
Free consultation.
Okay, so this is just a discussion, okay? You're intelligent, we're intelligent. Nobody is able to do anything, force you to do anything you do not want to do. But what we want to do is to be able to answer questions and then help you to get what is best for you that you want. That's what we're here for. This is what we do and why we do it. We love it. We love guiding people towards a better lifestyle that they have decided to walk down.
If you are happy living in United States, North Carolina state, you can contact us and then we provide free water share to people who are living near us.
So we give you a 2-week trial with the water. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing is that you can do a trial with other people who happen to be working with us, the Wake, to figure out who's closest to you. But the other thing, I mean, you can potentially do that, but you also could purchase the machine, and there is a return period, but it's just as you're using it, there's no I don't even know of anyone who's returned it. It's just when you're seeing there's not even a thought process of returning it. We can go through the process of proving and answering the questions and showing the documentation of the experiments that we do with the tap water and with the bottled water and with this ionized water, where it's, why would you even do that? Like, it doesn't really make much sense on why that's even a thought process. It just comes from this sense of fear, okay? And what we're here for is to resonate with love and gratitude. We love the machine. We're grateful for Enagic for creating it and for giving us the opportunity to use it. And coming into use of it, now the next level, like they were saying in the book, is one part love, 2 parts gratitude. Love the machine, we're grateful for the machine, and then the second grateful is to share it, right? And so that is what we're here doing. We're here to educate, to share, and to put us in a place where you are able to walk down that path as well, your journey, of self-healing through living restructured, electrically reduced water. So just to go over some aspects, okay? The ionization process. What is Kangen water? Okay, in Japanese, the word Kangen means return to origin. Okay, Kangen water is produced in your home when you simply use tap water has been filtered. Simple tap water has been filtered and restructured through ionization. During this ionization process, several important things happen to alter the structure of water, making it more useful for the body. The ionization process replaces water-soluble acids with calcium, magnesium, and sodium, potassium, and trace minerals to create a great-tasting alkalized water. It lowers the electron millivolt charge of the water, creating a negative oxidation reduction potential, ORP, resulting in true antioxidant water. It breaks large water clusters into microclusters, increasing hydration. It aids in the displacement of acids through the body's normal channels of elimination, including the kidneys, the bowel, lymph, and the skin. It changes the cell membrane's potential, allowing a free exchange of fluids in and out of the cells. Nature has produced miracle waters in only 5 places in the world. The native people in these areas enjoy long and healthy lives. The secret to these waters is that they are totally pure, naturally alkaline, and microclustered, antioxidant waters. Okay? Now, you can enjoy the advantage of these miracle waters in the comfort and convenience of your own home. The Enagic water ionizer produces high alkaline and very powerful antioxidizing ionized water called Kangen water. Microclustered water, 5 molecule clusters versus 15 to 20, penetrates cellular walls 6 times more efficiently. Microclustering dissolves and transports nutrients and oxygen for superior hydration performance and endurance. Alkaline, pH of a 9.5 versus a pH of 3.5 for Gatorade, which is 1 million times more acidic, to flush out lactic acid and uric acid before you become tired and sore. Super antioxidants, 2 to 3 times greater than cod liver oil, are very anti-inflammatory to restore muscles. What causes an acid imbalance in the body? Exhaustive research in the biological medical field has determined that the aging process is accelerated as acid levels in the bodily fluids like blood, urine, and saliva rise. These elevated acid levels dramatically increase oxidation in the tissues. This combination of elevated acids and oxidation promoters the growth of bacteria, viruses, fungus, and cancer cells. The overgrowth of these pathogens accelerate the breakdown of healthy tissues. The acceleration results in a rapid increase in the biological aging of the body. Increased biological aging gives rise to disease and ultimately death. The 4 major contributing factors behind an acid imbalance are acid-forming foods, regular consumption of highly refined foods, sugars, white flour, meat, alcohol, sugar, soda, and fried foods increases acid. Stressors. Life stressors create an artificially high production of adrenaline, which is a naturally acidic compound. Exposure to toxic chemicals. Many of the products that we routinely use to clean our bodies, our clothes, and our homes contain significant concentrations of toxic chemicals. The chemicals are either taken in our lungs when we breathe or absorbed through our skin. Impure water. Regardless of its origin, tap water is vulnerable to many different types of impurities. Chemical dumping. The runoff of fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, incomplete treatment of raw sewage, and an overgrowth of microbes often cause our municipal water supplies to be a source of impure water. How do excess acids impact my health? In an optimally functioning body, the first morning saliva would register at a pH of 6.5 to 6.75, urine at 6.5 to 6.8, and venous blood at 7.3 to 7.35. Each day, our bodies diligently strive to achieve and maintain those pH balances. If necessary, our bodies will rob organ or muscular skeletal tissues of nutrients to achieve these pH readings, slowly eroding our overall health. How can I change my body's pH? Employ daily stress reduction techniques like exercise, meditation, and prayer. Eat a diet primarily consists of organically grown fruits and vegetables. Substitute non-toxic cleaning methods for harmful toxic cleaning methods. While each of these steps are important in making a positive change to your acid balance, alkaline balance, the most significant and measurable change is the consumption of clean Kangen antioxidant water. How does oxidation impact our body? Oxidation is the process in which our body breaks down or ages biologically. Each cell in our bodies contains a combination of proteins, minerals, and fats. As these cellular building blocks are exposed to oxidation, the fats become rancid, the proteins putrefy, and the minerals rust, all of which leads to decomposition. In other words, oxidation is truly systemic destruction of the body, resulting in wrinkles, degradation of bones, organs, glandular systems, a weakening of cellular membranes, and a loss of vitality that can lead to disease and death. What causes oxidation? Free radicals are the cause. We have all seen examples of oxidation in nature. Metals rust, plants decompose, proteins like meat putrefy, and oils become rancid when exposed to free radicals. Free radicals are all around. They are abundant in the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink. They are even produced in your body as cellular waste. How can oxidation be stopped? Antioxidants are the only way to combat these components of metabolic destruction. Independent research has demonstrated that drinking Kangen water dramatically reduces the oxidation that causes biological aging. What does this have to do with water? Since our bodies are composed of roughly 70 trillion cells, which are primarily water, from 76 to 98%, the water we drink is the water that makes up these cells. Surprisingly, water can be one of the most corrosive substances we can ingest, yet it is essential for all life. That is why the quality of water we consume directly impacts our overall health. Kangen water contains large quantities of negatively charged ions that act as antioxidants in the body. These antioxidants are measured and expressed as ORP. The higher the negative number, the greater the antioxidant potential of the water. Kangen water contains the greatest antioxidant potential of any water. Did you know that Enagic's Kangen water systems are manufactured with the highest quality standards in the industry? Enagic's units are compact, easy to move and to use, versatile, and designed to last. They quickly and easily attach to any faucet. Your body is composed of roughly 70 trillion cells, which range from 76% to 98% water. And most people are chronically dehydrated, leading to headaches, arthritis, lethargy, constipation, insomnia, brain fog, and more. And drinking the right water is the single most important element to achieve and maintain optimal health. Reasons you should be drinking Kangen water. It increases hydration, balances the body pH, increases blood oxygenation, neutralizes free radicals. It is antioxidizing, detoxifying, alkalizing, reduces obesity, boosts immunity, prevents hot flashes, prevents migraines, prevents prostate cancer, cleanses your intestine, relieves constipation, reduces dry skin, reduces skin inflammation, increases vitamin, increases mineral absorption, heals wounds faster, parasympathetic nervous system activation. Are you suffering from acid reflux, indigestion, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, chronic fatigue, nail fungus, dermatitis, sore throat, sinus infection, influenza, asthma, heart disease, gout, duodenal ulcers, skin problems / acne, food poisoning, constipation, or osteoporosis? If you answered yes to one or more of the above, your body may be too acidic. In Japan, research on functional water, especially on reduced water, is developing at a rapid pace. Japan is #1 in the world in leading health and lifespan. Reduced water, such as electrochemically reduced water and naturally reduced water, can scavenge reactive oxygen species in cultured cells. Reduced waters are expected to have preventative and positive effects on oxidative stress-related diseases such as diabetes, cancer, osteosclerosis, neurodegenerative diseases, and side effects of hemodialysis. It has been suggested that the active agents in reduced water are hydrogen atoms and molecules, mineral nanoparticles, and mineral nanoparticle hydrides. Kangen water hydrates your brain in 30 seconds and hits your cells 6 times faster than normal dead, unstructured water. 7 types of water, and there are so many benefits. And we went over this earlier. The 11.0 water, okay, is not for drinking. It's a strong Kangen water. And it preserves hygiene in your daily life due to its strong cleansing effect, okay? It has heat conductive. I gotta see. It has food preparation. It cleans oil-based pesticides off fruits and veggies, rice, beans, and legumes, seed germination and sprouting, agricultural industry, deep cleaning, stain removal, laundry, makeup remover, pink eye, open healing for burns, infections, stops the bleeding, kills candida, Candida. You moved it. Chemotherapy burns, migraines, sinuses and warts, bug spray repellent, sunburn, pain, bug bites, inflammation, swelling and arthritis, muscle soreness, gout, soreness tissues, injuries, diabetic ulcers, gangrenous lesions, sore throat, strep throat, cough. The 2.5 strong acidic water is not for drinking, way beyond a filter. Water filter. Kangen water is a medical grade water, and the 2.5 is widely used to prevent the spread of infection, including MRSA, and for general household cleaning and washing of hands. For this purpose, even Sheraton hotels worldwide has instituted the cleaning of its rooms with 2.5 water instead of the expensive, deadly, toxic chemicals used today in most hotels and households. It is antibacterial, first aid wound care, odor eliminator, hand sanitizer, disinfecting used for disinfecting anything, mouthwash, brush and gargle, protocols to resolve periodontal disease and thrush, prevent root canals, substitute for alcohol and chlorine solutions. In the food industry, strong acidic water is regarded as having excellent disinfecting properties. Mold, it smells like a mild bleach, but it doesn't destroy your hands or leave toxic residue all over the place. It is basically a simple water version of bleach. Go green and save money. Okay, so many different uses. So the drinking water, 8.5 to 9.0 and 9.5, the three that it produces. This type of water is perfect for drinking and healthy cooking. The electrolytically reduced hydrogen-rich water works to restore your body to a more alkaline state, which is optimal for good health. Drinking, no more bottled waters. Hydrating power, antioxidation, alkalinity, alkalizing, increases nutrient absorption. For teas, soups, and stews, it prevents constipation, good for weight loss. Rehydrate wilting green for pets' health. Supplement protocols, anti-aging, anxiety and panic attacks, blood sugar and blood pressure. Activates, the parasympathetic nervous system. Gray hair, spider veins, vision, and chemotherapy. Drink the water with chemotherapy. The benefits are that side effects are lessened. It reverses metabolic acidosis, and the antioxidants are beneficially invaluable for the diseased body. Beauty water 6.0, not for drinking. The slightly acidic water is recognized for its astringent effects. It's terrific to use for gentle cleaning and beauty care. Okay, the pH is similar to that of rainwater. Facial toning, lifting and tightening, astringent, toner, moisturizer, hair care, rinse and shine, aftershave, rashes and diaper rashes, skin inflammation, skin dryness, rashes and bug bites, pet care, plant care, replaces Windex as a glass cleaner, it's a dish cleaner, and in freezing food, it cooks pasta. Clean neutral water, 7.0 pH water, free of chlorine, rust and cloudiness. Neutral water is delicious drinking water. Usage, preparing baby food and taking medication. Everyday drinking water that is easily absorbed by your body. Medication, take your medicine with this water. Cooking, baby food and formula. Okay, and we went over the models earlier. Okay, and now we're going to go over the fact that you can order yours today. Okay, begin your age reversal with each glass of Kangen water. To invest in the Enagic experience, Kangen water, contact the person who shared this information with you. When you invest in your system, it comes with a free business opportunity. Please note that the person that you decide to purchase through is the person that will be there to support your business growth. Not all Kangen reps offer this support. Whether you are choosing to do the business or not, it is important to honor who referred you. Okay, honor, and we are happy to help you on your journey. Okay?
That's it.
So that's it. We're coming to the end, okay? And I'm
Let's
gonna...
do water games.
Oh, your water stuff that you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to put it on my laptop?
Hmm?
My laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get ready for your water glass bottle. You don't have water in it. You do.
Okay. Nobody's got to be able to tell. Okay.
I'm gonna test the sound first.
It's time.
Alright.
Literally, this is what she was looking to more than anything the entire time. This is what Pineapple Baby was waiting for the entire time.
This should be in here, and you're in here. This is you. This is you and here. And try your best to move to the camera closer. No? No. Move the guinea pigs to the camera closer.
I know.
Okay.
She's so serious about this dance stuff. You have no idea. Spend hours choreographing these.
Drink some water.
It's time to drink some water. You know you really ought to drink some water. It feels so cool as it goes down.
That's good.
It's so refreshing.
It's good for you. Drink water every day.
It's time to drink some water. You know you really ought to drink some water. It feels so cool as it goes down.
Let's drink some water, drink some water. Let's drink some water, drink it up. Let's drink some water, 'cause we oughta, from a bottle or a cup. Drink some water, drink it up. It's so refreshing and delicious, and it's really good for you. It's so refreshing. When you're thirsty, have a sip or maybe two, 'cause it's really good for you. Let's drink some water, drink some water. Let's drink some water, drink it up. Let's drink some water, 'cause we oughta, from a bottle or a cup. Drink some water, drink it up.
I'm exhausted, and it's so hot out.
It sure is.
I know. Why don't we all drink some water? I think there's some in the cooler.
What a good idea. I like that.
Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink Drink some water. It's good for you. Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for you.
When you get thirsty, here's a tip.
Water's the best drink you can sip.
It's good for your mind and your body too.
It provides energy for the things you do.
When you start to lose steam and you feel fatigued,
A nice glass of water is the thing you need.
Makes your blood flow right. It helps you digest.
Make sure to drink water to feel your best.
Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for you. Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for
You
you.
can drink it first thing in the morning time.
drink it with your meals, maybe add some lime.
You can drink it at school or at the park.
You can have it when it's light or after dark. When you play hopscotch, football, or tag.
You can drink it from a bottle or fill up a glass. Anywhere you go.
Everywhere you be, always bring some water. Let's stay healthy.
Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for you. Drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for you.
Alright guys, this is the end of our live streaming today. Now we're gonna fly away now. Who wants to fly away with me? Today is ice cream. Who wants to fly me? Barry? You want to fly away with me? Alright. Let's go. 1 second. Ow. Alright. All three.
All right.
All three. Uno. Dos. Tres. Bye.